What's up guys, welcome back to another drawing tutorial, Infinity Castle 1 today. Giyu Tomioka, after he beats Akaza, resting on his sword. Can't move, totally destroyed. So, I'm going to start with his hair, and maybe like the hands for the sword. So, head is up the top, can't see any face really, just like his chin with blood sort of coming down it. So we'll start with the hair spikes. So we get like a big hair spike first coming down the front. If you can hear wind coming through on the mic, it's because it's extremely windy here. Ireland, you know, we get storms. Right, so these hair spikes, right, this one kind of goes down behind his hand. So this is kind of his hand line as well. So his hand is like right on this line, but I'll just leave that sort of like that a bit, and we'll add a texture line there, and then we get another hair spike goes down behind his hand that way, like in here, and then keep going, more spikes. Alright, another one up here. Kind of comes around the top of his head then. Kind of goes down behind his back then, over here somewhere, I think. So it might be useful to get that shoulder in, and that goes back up to the hand. So say like shoulder bumping here, and it's kind of ripped and torn on the sleeve part. So it's just this kind of bumpy line, right, that goes this way. And this like hits his elbow and comes back up here. But we get like these torn parts of his sleeve from the fight. And then his actual sleeve going this way for his arm. And then this curves around here. Back down that way. You get like some fold lines and stuff on this arm. So the white part of his sleeve just in here. And then we get like his red kimono sort of clothing lines. Folding over his shoulder. And then I think we can see like his jaw and his chin a little bit just in here. And there's like red blood like coming down. There's blood all over, but it like curves down his face there. And then this is his white collar. And that has those lines on it. There's a bit of a button or something there. So we'll do this hand. So this is the back of the hand line. So it just goes up to his knuckle, comes across, curves down for his index. Then we get his middle finger down, his ring finger down, and then his pinky that goes behind the handle of the sword. Here, now if you want a ruler, where's my ruler? Okay, so the hand, just so we can see like his pinky kind of folding over, just these curved lines. Kind of looks like the symbol for pi or something. Go that way. And then the hand comes down this way. Right, and we may have some knuckles. Just before I do the blade, he just does like some knuckle lines there. So the sword runs down into his hand that's below. So just goes down about there. Doesn't go down too far because his other hand is here. So you get like more fingers. So another like index finger here, curving around. And then the next one, so like they go down a line sort of like that, sort of curving in. And then each one will be a finger. So coming in this way, changes direction. And it goes underneath his thumb here, right? So the thumb kind of comes over, it looks like, these two. Yeah, like that. And you got some fingernails. And then the next finger just goes into here again. And then the next one. Pinky. Like so. Of course, this goes to an elbow, not to a shoulder again, but we'll change, well, we'll finish the sword first. Get that little section underneath his pinky, and then you have the hilt, or the hand guard sort of area. It's kind of a very angled shape. Up to there. And then it has like an inside sort of line that makes it look a little bit 3D, right? Like that. And then this comes down. And then again, so his blade runs down and it's like stuck into the wood of the ground, right? So down to there, down to here. And it's kind of like curved because it disappears into the wood. Oh, and there's another line here. Now he does have like Japanese calligraphy on the sword. So if you'd like to do that, do. Like for anyone who wants to write it in, but I couldn't do it with this pen. It's like a very small detail. It's barely visible even in the movie, in this scene. So it's up to you if you want to do that. So we might add just like an extra little line down the handle, and then some of those diamonds that samurai swords always have. All right. Now, so I guess we'll do this shoulder. So it's like here, and it's all ripped and torn as well. It's just coming down that way. We got like, there's some like folds and stuff on his sleeve, I think there. So like his sleeve comes around and his elbow goes this way. And then just finish that around there. And I think we can see the white of it. You know, like this. And then there's all these patterns like cubes and things. So this is kind of tricky, but like roughly you want to like divide it up into different sort of triangles, kind of. They look like triangles from here. But everything's kind of folding and stuff like that. So like roughly, if you break it up like that first. And then say, what did I do? So we'll do like triangles there. That's what it looks like to me. And then he has one of these patterns in there. This is all yellow and green, you know, all that stuff. So then there's like another repeating pattern there. When it's all sort of straight, it looks like cubes, but everything's folding and wrinkling, so like the shapes are all over the place, you know. So just these kind of lines. And then up here, like so. You can color that like the yellow and green and all that. Well, if you're coloring, you don't have to, obviously. So he's got the red side of his kimono just kind of ripped and torn, just going down this way, hanging over his legs. And then there's some more sort of inside of his red sleeve here, ripped and torn as well. Then we got a belt coming across here, and like, so like his uniform folding across the belt. And the center line goes up towards his chest, and we have like two more buttons, like one there and one there. I think you can see a little bit of his shirt or something in his pocket. And so the belt buckle. And then some more sort of belt straps and stuff. So then bro is on his knees, and it's kind of like heavily dark shadows. So, and it's those big loose pants, right? So it makes his legs look, it makes his knees look really big. So like this way, right? And then it goes around. It's kind of funny actually. So it goes like super big that way. You might get like the fold of it there. And then he seems to have a line that runs down the middle. And then this goes back. Looks like curves around, and then like the center line for all this. And his other sort of knee at the front here. Again, just looks exaggerated in its size. With that line running up it here. And then this goes back around to his boot, sort of. Or it's a sandal, really. It's not a boot. You can just see kind of the back of it. Like the bottom of it. I guess. Like it's supposed to be like his foot, isn't it? So it's hard to see. It's just black. But I think there's a strap coming across here, maybe. Like so. And then the bottom of this leg. And then like a strapped ankle somewhere in here. And just some more of his kimono just hanging down here. The green sort of cube section again. And then like you can scratch him up. So he's covered in blood, but like he's basically everything's tarnished. Like Elden Ring. No. Just like you know, like these scratches and stuff, and then you could like put red drips of blood if you wanted to color, like, and go nuts with all that. You could. Giyu Tomioka, what a hero! What a fight this was! Such an animated sequence. Crazy work by UFO Table. Crazy work. Unbelievable. Here's me like wrecked, just drawing stills. Like they're like animating this stuff for months and months and months and months. Respect mad respect. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.